Welcome back everyone, my name is Eltimar and we're going to be continuing our Let's Play of Wrath of the Righteous. Where we left off last time, we had killed a dragon, and then the even more surprisingly difficult Mandragora. It's time to talk to the Storyteller and send him home. There he is, he's sitting by his tent. Have you found what I asked of you? Splendid, let's get out of this place as soon as possible. All the smoke makes it difficult to breathe. We'll meet in Dresden. Okay, he doesn't want to talk here. He wants to talk to us in Dresden, which is perfectly fine with me. I don't really want to stay here either. I honestly don't remember how we get out. Oh, we can area exit out here. Perfect. No more loot. We got it all. I'm pretty sure. We're just going to teleport straight back to Dresden. I'm also going to try, while I have Grey Boar in my group, we're not keeping... Oh, he is actually a kind of a useful character. He's not the best. Like, his attack bonuses are never going to be spectacular. Oh, this fixed itself. Good. Nice. This used to not update when you had not visited here, because technically you stopped here and did your, like, skill check events, and then you appeared in the Artisan Tower, but you weren't actually at the Artisan Tower, so it showed as being unexplored. Looks like they fixed that. Cool beans. Back to Dresden. Does our army get to move? It does. I don't know if there's anything around to kill, though. I guess there's an 8 army there. Our army's only a 7, technically. Although, with magic, it's probably more like a 12 or 13. Let's go kill it. What's the worst that could happen? He said before something horrible happened. Oh, this is fine. I can deal with this. Well, that didn't kill as many things as I thought it was going to, honestly. Well, okay. We can kill the Reavers, which might be the best call, honestly. Get rid of them first, and then deal with this whole mess of things. You casting web? Yes. Yes, it is. Alright, we're not gonna move up, but we're gonna wait and see if they come to us. Because if they do, we can attack them this round, and that might actually be really worthwhile. Unfortunately, the spiders did not move up. I'm just gonna move straight ahead. Engage those ones. Go right like that. Perfect. Alright, we're gonna use the fireball. We can't hit the spiders and also these guys, so we're gonna go with these guys. Kill as many as we can. The spiders are definitely gonna get turned, but they're casting web again. Which just seems kind of silly, but isn't my call, and I just don't care. That whole squad's dead. That one's not quite dead. That whole squad's now dead. Alright. So now we can just start to, you know, do this kind of stuff. They're gonna come at us. Good. That's what I was hoping would happen. And we'll just kind of flank them. Oh no! Our guys are actually webbed. I didn't expect that. Well, we'll shield wall, I guess. How many people are gonna die? 12. So they don't do a lot of damage. We'll just casually kill them. Looks like we're done being webbed. Let's get a flank going. 20 left. 2 of our people died, and we killed the remainder. I mean, there was certainly some casualties, but the infirmary will take care of that. And we get a Stone of Ghostly Pathways, another relic to deal with. There's Blackwater, we've cleared our path to there. There's more stuff up here to deal with. I don't know if we have any invading armies coming. I don't think we do. Let's also take a quick glance at our decrees. Nothing going on there yet. Any events? No. Alright, perfect. Everything is coming up us. Now let's see what we can do inside Dresden itself. We need to talk to the Storyteller, which is going to be a thing. We also need to talk to Irabeth about everything going on with her and the dragon. So let's do those 2 things, get those done. And then it'll be Storyteller time. We've got so many storytellery things to do. So many elven pages to give. Alright, we're still giant, which is interesting.
Keep your calm.
Alright, Irabeth. Irabeth's eyes are vacant, her thoughts are clearly somewhere far away, seeing you though she snaps to attention. Hail, Commander. Taking care of the dragon that was attacking our patrols. That's one less problem to contend with. Now, we can take the extra lookouts off dragon duty and reassign them to more useful tasks. Excellent work, Commander. She doesn't want to talk about her thing yet, okay. Well then, let's go talk to the Storyteller. 800 more experience points though, we're about a third of the way up a level. Give or take. Let's go to the street, I believe. Come on, game. Let's do this thing. Oh no. It's doing the loady thing. Oh no, that's fine. Everything's okay. It's all good.
I will guide.
Storyteller time. The blind elf whispers something under his breath. Hearing your steps, he turns slowly to you. Greetings, Eltimar. Have you brought me a new story? How about let's discuss our encounter in the dragon's lair? I'm sure you do. You're wondering how I ended up there and why I wasn't killed, am I right? Why did you go to the tower? I've been looking for a certain tower for several years now, and in that place I had a strange feeling of recognition. It seems that tower once belonged to me a long time ago. Knowing my habits, I assumed that some records or other items that could answer the questions about my past may have remained in my home. Unfortunately, I realized too late that the lair, or the tower, was now a lair of a monster. How come the dragon didn't eat you? Despite their beastly tempers, dragons are clever creatures, but their way of life does not lend itself to civilized conversation, which is why they sometimes enjoy a good chat, and even more, a good story. That's what saved me. I had to share a few of my stories with the dragon, hoping to win her over, or at least distract her. Did you find anything of value in the tower? Storyteller nods politely. Yes, thanks to you, the dragon didn't have time to burn everything. I found the memories of my previous life, which I had forgotten long ago. Okay. I found the page you were looking for from the Great Garrison, first of all. The Storyteller carefully takes the page from your hands. His fingers touch the ancient letters gently, examining them lightly, following their lines. I see, myself, young, energetic, able to see. Oh gods, have I found the key to my past? Finally, I will find out what my own mind has been hiding from me. The elf's expression becomes withdrawn. The wrinkles on his face soften. Thank you, Eltimar. And please follow me to my story. Let us embark on this journey together. The Storyteller inhales sharply a few times and begins his story. They're leaving. The people of Kyonin faced the coming of Earthfall and admitted that they were incapable of handling this disaster. Proud rulers, artful crafters, brave warriors, wives, mages, and skilled healers, all of them hurry to the gate in Sovereign, looking around fearfully. A clean, safe world is waiting for them there. My people decided not to fight for Golarion. I am ashamed and I am sorry for them. Their hearts wavered in the face of the catastrophe, but my will is strong. I am staying. My kinfolk are looking at me angrily. How dare I diminish their decision with my recklessness? My choice makes them cowards, traitors of their own home. One of them, my former mentor, looks at me bitterly. He hands me a neat notebook with a tree bark cover. In case you change your mind. With a heavy sigh, he returns to the line of those departing. Forgive me, brothers and sisters. I watch the gate of Sovereign Stone close, separating me from them. It's time for me to go too. I open my master's notebook. These are his notes about traveling between worlds. In case you change your mind. He hopes the burden I shouldered voluntarily will be too much. I will lose heart and find my way to Sovereign. That will never happen. My mouth set stubbornly. I tear my master's notebook to pieces. I use my forced pride as a shield against my fear of what is to come. Why did the elves decide to flee? Why not fight? The Storyteller's lips purse with disdain. They are afraid to lose what they have. They were rulers, long-lived and powerful. They valued their lives and sunshine too much to enter the fight with the aftermath of Earthfall. Your mentor's a mage, then you must be too, yes? Yes, I'm an archmage, and this title is well deserved. I have acquired delicate mastery and succeeded in many areas of magic, but curiosity has always pushed me towards new knowledge since the first day of my apprenticeship. What is the Sovereign Stone? A magnificent crystal bent into an arch by a mighty hand of ancient divine creator, our great gate to the other worlds. It breathes power, it dreams of eternity. Why are you angry at your fellow elves? I spent many hundreds of years in Kyonin. I've always admired the way my kinfolk cared for the forest that was our home, but the rest of the world seemed to mean nothing to them. But I love Golarion. All its places, all the forms it manifests in. I travel widely and then came home and told my kinfolk about my travels. But they weren't interested. They only cared about Kyonin. Their lack of desire to hear about the wider world makes me sad and angry. What happened next? Earthfall happened at night. I'm standing at the top of my tower many miles to the north of Kyonin, and I see a blaze far in the south. I hear a horrendous rumble. The air is groaning, giving way to a huge rock rushing down on my world, and then a blow. Vibration that penetrates everything, reaching down into the bowels of Golarion, and up into the vaults of the sky. Crunching bones, blood from burst vessels filling my eyes with darkness, drowning in timelessness along with countless denizens of Golarion. Never before have we been so united in our feelings. When I come around, the darkness remains. My first terrible thought, I am blind. But no. Little by little, I begin to see the stone wall. I am alive, but why is it so dark? The answer is quick. The smell of ash everywhere. The great bird sacrifice filled the air with incinerated particles of what was once recently the continent of Aslant. Great clouds of ash covered the sky, cutting us off from the sun and the moon, dooming us to dusk at day and complete darkness at night. My heart sinks with fear. Treacherous thoughts fill my mind. Why did I stay? Why didn't I run like everyone else when I had the chance? I clench my teeth and stand up to watch Earthfall, proudly, like the last Archmage of Kyonin should. Will my world really perish like this? Will I perish? No, that will not happen. I am still alive, and I can fight Earthfall and the darkness, not run from it in a blind panic, like my kinfolk and my cowardly teacher. But what can I do? I will not stop the disaster. I will hardly be able to save empires from their own destruction. What can I do? I am but one Archmage, powerful and weak at the same time. What is Earthfall? A disaster of untold proportions, an unborn planet dropped on Golarion by blind fate or someone's evil will. A blow so strong that the continent of Aslant is destroyed within moments, turned to ashes, wiped off the face of Golarion. In this burnt sacrifice, clouds of ash and dust are born, stealing our sun. Without the warmth of our star, the air cools, the soil is barren, dark creatures crawl out of their lairs to rule. And the most frightening thing, without the sun, all hope dies in the heart. This is the age of darkness. What was that tower you mentioned? It's my retreat to the north of Kyonin, my home away from home, my observatory. From its top, I watch the stars and, when they were correctly aligned, the other worlds as well. Here in the northern wasteland, I found the highest mountain and built a tower on top of it. On clear days, I could see the mist over the lakes, I could see the mist over the lake of mists and vales in the east. That's how high I was. Yeah, you were pretty high. What are you gonna do next? I don't know. I need to think. My opponent, Earthfall, is much stronger than me. Without noticing, the storyteller raises his voice to a shout. It is merciless. It does not simply destroy life, it kills an era, ending the greatness of Golarian civilizations. They will sink into oblivion, be forgotten as if they never existed. I need to think. The elf suddenly winces and is silent for a few moments as he calms his heavy breathing. Forgive me, I shouldn't have raised my voice. This story was much harder than many before it, most likely because I played the main role in it. It is so strange to see myself, feel the emotions tearing me up inside, those I felt a long time ago, and not remember them. It's like I split. I became both the storyteller and the main character. Too bad the story ended at that moment. If you find other pages, covered with ancient writings on your travels, bring them to me. I might be able to shed some light on my past, and will be able to find out how my story ended, perhaps even why I forgot it. I found more pages. Found more pages. Found more pages. Alright. My hand touches the stone wall. The cold pierces my palm like the teeth of a hungry dog sinking into a piece of meat. I don't take my hand away. I let the stone enjoy the warmth in return for its service. It accepts my caress and my unasked question, one that's been asked thousands upon thousands of times. Where should I go next? Behind me I hear the loud stomping of the minotaurs that guard this god's forsaken place. I tricked and outwitted them, leaving only a trace of my presence, but there's a darkness lurking up ahead, honing its swords, claws, and teeth, in the hope that a rare traveler visits its lair, but today it will get no one. This labyrinth is alive. Its red-veined stone walls resemble the guts of a huge creature. If you keep still and listen, you can hear it breathing in the wind that sweeps through this place. Where do I go from here? Forward? To the place whence the wind carried a faint chuckle, whence comes the smell of ash, whence a few ages ago the demon lord Baphomet began his great escape? Baphomet? Are you inside his labyrinth? Yes, I'm traveling through the Ivory Labyrinth. This is not the most pleasant of my journeys, but it is necessary to reach my goal. How were you able to evade all the dangers of the Ivory Labyrinth? The storyteller raises his chin proudly. Have you forgotten who you're speaking to? I'm the last Archmage of Kyonin. I have been to many dangerous places. This is just one of the many. It won't be the last. What do you need from there? An answer to a question, a key to a secret, knowledge that can save many lives. A sliver of a smile appears on the storyteller's lips. My kinfolk were weaklings and cowards. They ran from danger, but one stood up to my enemy, and Baphomet will give me the weapon to win. Continue. For several years, I have thought about how to defeat Earthfall. My enemy has no flesh and is impossible to kill. It blazes through everything in its path. It does not enslave, but destroy life itself. And I have found the answer. I know how to save my world. Earthfall came to destroy Golarion. Its strike was brutal and my world barely withstood it. What if Earthfall was resisted by not one world, but several worlds at once? What if Heaven or Elysium come to help the dying Golarion? If I manage to merge my world with another one, meld them together, the power of the disaster will weaken. The denizens of Golarion will be able to temporarily take shelter in the adjacent plane. Civilizations will not die. Our culture will continue to exist. We will not be forgotten. Baphomet, the cunning and insidious lord of Minotaurs, was once captive in Asmodeus' prison, but only 10 years passed before Baphomet was able to escape, taking his own prison with him, which later became the Ivory Labyrinth. Such an achievement deserves respect, and is the goal of my research. Moving matter between planes is what interests me now. I stop near strange symbols covering the wall of the labyrinth. I run my hand over them to ensure they are real. Encrypted riddles drawn by Baphomet during his imprisonment. I take out the bark-covered notebook and painstakingly copy the symbols into it. Behind me, 2 Minotaurs are fighting, deceived by the net of spells I've wrapped around myself like a blanket. Do you want to connect the planes? That's dangerous. The elf is silent for a moment. When he talks, there is disdain in his voice. Dangerous, difficult, almost impossible, but tell me, is this risk not worth the Thessalon Empire perishing before my eyes? Does Gul'dan, the Cyclops' kingdom, deserve death? What about the Aboleth Empire? The storyteller moves his lips silently. Another plane will pay for saving Golarion. There will be wars, and then a new world will come. But we will survive, we will defeat Earthfall, and history will not condemn the victors. A bark-covered notebook, the one your mentor gave you? The storyteller lowers his head, but a moment later jerks it back up. Yes. Blinded by my pride, I tore it to pieces when I thought I would not follow my kinfolk. I'm still not going to run. But the knowledge written in this notebook by my former mentor might serve a purpose. The elves managed to open a portal to Sovrian and keep it open until all of our people escaped Golarion. Their cowardice deserves disdain, but their knowledge is unquestionable. I returned to Kionin and gathered the pieces of my torn notebook. Now it is my sword aimed at the heart of Earthfall. By combining the wisdom of elves and the cunning of Baphomet, I will save the world. What happened next? I copied the strange symbols into the notebook. I haven't the slightest idea what these scribbles mean. What was the future Demon Lord thinking when he wrote them? While he was imprisoned in a cell with no way out. Was he in his right mind? I will need help to understand these notes. Otherwise, decrypting them might take more time than Pharasma has given me. One of the Minotaurs behind me killed the other one, tore his heart out and devoured it. His blood-stained nose sniffs the air sharply. His bloodshot eyes shift from wall to wall. He senses a stranger, but he doesn't scare me. I am certain of my powers and the spells hiding me. I've done my work and can now leave this place. And still I linger. What is this strange presence I feel behind me, like someone's watching me, despite all the protective spells? Who are you, I ask carefully, not hoping for an answer. Darkness, a coy female voice whispers in my ear. Against my will, I shudder. And that's the last of those pages. Thanks for your story. Do we have anything to give him? Okay, we're gonna give him Trendalev's Claw. Tell me Trendalev's story to the end. The storyteller hangs his head, looking sickly and tired. How many times has the moon died and been reborn since I've been here? I've lost count. My friends brought me here. They said goodbye to me, like always. They looked at me like it was the last time they'd see me alive. Cowards, insidious spawn. They were glad I was going to die, but I'll show them. Trendalev will live. A new Trendalev, whose eyes are finally open. I hear the rustling of wings, and I emerge from the cage where I imprisoned myself. Who is it? A friend, an enemy? Sunbeams refract off his scales as he hovers up before me, surrounded by a golden halo. The gold dragon, Halaseliax. A part of me wants to fly to him, make a circle of honor around him, as any good student should. But the part of me that has turned my scales black is ready to seize his gleaming throat. How dare he fly here, flaunting his purity and innocence. He wants to humiliate me, drag me through the mud, but I will show him. No, what am I thinking? My mentor has come all this way to save me. I know. He would never abandon me. Someone called him to my aid. Moving heavily, I take flight to greet him, but my body, controlled by the foulness, straightens like an arrow. His vulnerable throat is so close, one strike and I will destroy you. Halaseliax. What happened next? Did Halaseliax survive? I don't know, but I know the place where Tyrendelev was believed to have sought refuge for her tarnished soul. I saw Sarkorian ruins, wide branching trees next to them. Perhaps there will be something there that will shed some light on the fate of mentor and student. Something that can show us how Tyrendelev's strength of spirit helped her to ultimately overcome the foulness within her. Can you say anything about her future? It is so strange that you should ask. We all know what happened to Tyrendelev, but sometimes it seems I can hear her voice in the visions, her voice full of pain and despair, as if she's in darkness which she cannot escape. I cannot solve the mystery of this vision, but it worries me. Thanks. We can restore a relic, the ring fragments. I don't think I can do the... No, I can't do the gauntlets yet. What about Finian? Hello, Grandpa Elf. I think we already did this guy, though. Yeah, we did. We definitely already did that one. Alright, let's reforge the ring. It's a ring of summoning. The storyteller sets the ring fragment and the bars of metal in his open palm. He clenches his fist, crumpling the metal like paper, and pours essence from the vials all over it. You feel terrible heat rising from the elf's hand, and when he opens his fingers, you see a beautiful ring. A remarkable object this. It was created by a talented spellcaster and is able to summon beings from other planes, as if the boundaries set by Pharasma do not exist. It is a powerful and dangerous item, but it was created by an honorable person. That is probably why it was not used at the crucial hour. There's quiet sadness in his voice. When you touch the restored relic, a strange vision comes to you, as if you can see the events that happened in the past. A burning sensation spreads across your chest from the very spot where your mysterious wound sometimes opens. What is this? The influence of the storyteller's spells, or is it something else? I had a vision. How strange. You are a remarkable mortal. No one has ever shared my visions before. The old elf frowns. What do you think caused it? Perhaps these things have something to do with your destiny or the fate of someone related to you. I do not have an answer. Only advice. Seek out such relics. Look for what links them all, and you will know the truth. We don't have the necessary materials for the broken gauntlets. I wonder what we need for them, actually. Yeah, we'll have to look up what we need for that. It's possible we can restore the gauntlets. I don't remember what they do, to be honest. But we do have this ring. Which is where? It's the Procrastinator ring. That's the Unholy Signet. That's the Ring of Summoning. It either grants the wearer the ability to summon Axiomites or Soul Eaters, as if it was summoned 8. Summon monster 8. All allies get +2 to weapon damage rolls and +2 to saving throws against attacks made or created by chaotic creatures. I'm going to give this ring to Nenio, I think. For now, anyways. Or maybe not. I'm going to give it to Ember. And there we go. Cool. Let's roll. Where are we going to go, though? That's the better question. Also, what do I need for this? 1 vial of magical essence, 4 bars of cold iron, and 2 vials of demon blood. What do we have in relation to that? What are we missing, I guess, is the better question. Where would that even be? I guess here? No, these are reagents or ingredients for, like, food. Maybe here? This is consumables. I don't know if that's it either. These are notables. This is it. There's cold iron. We have 2 cold irons, 1 demon blood. We have lots of magic essences. So the question then becomes, where do we get 2 bars of cold iron and 1 vial of demon blood? It is entirely possible we can buy some. Maybe. At like the exotic goods store. Or maybe the other stores. Like the Arcane Weaver. It's also equally possible that we can't buy them, so... I'll just quickly glance. Any... no ingredients here at all. Do you have any ingredients at all? No, nothing. Okay. Well, there's one more store. We can go to the jewelry trader. I don't think she's gonna have anything, but you never know. Wait, what was... hang on, go back. +5 on perception. Oh, okay. Or persuasion. Okay. Something we want then. Alrighty. Where are we going to go now? He wondered. Well, we're at 25 minutes. I might just call it here. We did a lot of reading today. I might go look around town and see if we can buy any of these ingredients. I don't think we can, but never hurts to look. In the next video, I think we'll go towards Winter Sun. I think that's the next place we're going to do. And we can also do Tyranduliv's lair while we're there. Yeah, that should be good. So for now, I will leave you all here. Like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Others, I'll see you next time. Take care.